You can pick your friends, you can pick your jersey number, but you can't pick your team. George Pickens may be learning that difficult lesson during the 2025 NFL Draft as the Pittsburgh Steelers continue to field calls regarding the young star wide receiver's availability. According to The Athletic's Diana Rossini, the Steelers have not only received inquiries but are reportedly open to engaging in conversations about moving Pickens, an idea that seemed almost unthinkable at the start of the offseason when Pittsburgh appeared poised to make a major run at contending in the AFC. The shift in Pittsburgh's approach appears largely linked to their blockbuster trade for DK Metcalf earlier this offseason. The Steelers sent significant draft capital, including their 2025 second-round pick, to the Seattle Seahawks in exchange for Metcalf, and quickly followed that deal by inking the Pro Bowl receiver to a massive 4-year, $132 million contract extension. With Metcalf firmly entrenched as the number one receiver moving forward, questions immediately surfaced about Pickens' long-term future in black and gold. Those whispers have now grown into a full-blown storyline just as the most critical moments of the draft unfold. Pickens, who is still only 24 years old, checks virtually every box for a team looking to add a young, affordable, high-upside receiver. Entering his fourth NFL season, Pickens is coming off a campaign in which he caught 59 passes for 900 yards and 3 touchdowns. On the surface, the production is solid but perhaps falls short of the expectations that surrounded him after a promising rookie year and a breakout sophomore campaign. Digging deeper, Pickens was targeted 103 times in 2024, raising some questions about his consistency and ability to command high-volume opportunities within Pittsburgh's offense. To be fair, Pickens was often let down by uneven quarterback play, a stagnant offensive scheme, and a general lack of continuity on that side of the ball. The Steelers have cycled through multiple quarterbacks over the past 2 seasons, and the uncertainty under center has undoubtedly impacted the entire offense's ability to find rhythm and cohesion. Even so, evaluators around the league see Pickens as a tantalizing blend of size, athleticism, body control, and contested catch ability. The kind of skill set that doesn't come along often and certainly doesn't depreciate just because of a down season. The Steelers, meanwhile, are clearly in a complicated transition. Despite making major moves like acquiring Metcalf, adding depth on the defensive line, and retooling their offensive line, they still find themselves without a clear answer at quarterback. Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, and potentially a yet-to-be-drafted rookie remain the only candidates to start under center in 2025. This murky quarterback situation adds another layer of intrigue to the Pickens drama. After all, if the Steelers don't believe they can maximize Pickens' talents without elite quarterback play, moving him for valuable draft capital now may be the logical, if painful, decision. Around the league, several teams have emerged as logical landing spots for Pickens should the Steelers decide to pull the trigger on a trade. One team widely speculated to be interested is the Dallas Cowboys. Despite expectations that they would target a wide receiver in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, Dallas opted instead to fortify their offensive line by selecting Tyler Booker. While protecting Dak Prescott remains paramount, the decision left the Cowboys still needing a true running mate for superstar wideout CeeDee Lamb. Pickens would fit that need perfectly. He would slide into the WR2 role seamlessly, providing Prescott with a big-bodied, physical target who can win downfield and in tight spaces. For the Cowboys, whose championship window remains open, trading for Pickens would represent an aggressive, win-now move that also offers long-term benefits. Another potential suitor is the Las Vegas Raiders. After trading away Devontae Adams last season and drafting running back Ashton Jeanty this year to revamp their ground game, the Raiders still have a glaring need at wide receiver. Jacoby Myers remains a reliable presence, but the team lacks a true number 1 caliber weapon. Pickens could be that player. In an offense that now features Jeanty, Myers, and first-round tight end Brock Bowers, adding Pickens would give Las Vegas a complete arsenal capable of competing with the top offenses in the AFC. New head coach Antonio Pierce has emphasized physicality and explosiveness, traits that Pickens brings in abundance. The Buffalo Bills also loom large in the Pickens sweepstakes. Buffalo dealt Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans last offseason, leaving a void at the WR1 spot. While Khalil Shakir made significant strides in Diggs' absence, there remains a clear need for another playmaker alongside Josh Allen. Pickens, at 24 years old, would represent a younger, cheaper option who could grow with Allen over the next several seasons. In a conference where keeping pace with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs is the standard, adding a dynamic weapon like Pickens could be the move that keeps Buffalo firmly in the championship conversation. The Denver Broncos present another fascinating possibility. After a surprise playoff appearance in 2024, Denver's early exit underscored the need for more firepower on offense. Courtland Sutton, now 29 years old, remains a valuable contributor, but the Broncos lack a true long-term complement. Pickens could fill that role immediately. His ability to stretch the field, make contested catches, and open up space for the run game would mesh well with Denver's offensive philosophy. With rookie quarterback Bo Nix expected to take the reins, surrounding him with proven playmakers is essential, and Pickens fits that bill. Finally, the Arizona Cardinals could be a dark horse contender for Pickens. After selecting Marvin Harrison Jr. with a high first-round pick last year, the Cardinals are building an offense capable of growing alongside quarterback Kyler Murray. But one elite receiver is rarely enough in today's NFL. Pairing Harrison with Pickens and emerging tight end Trey McBride would give Arizona one of the most fearsome young receiving groups in the league. With head coach Jonathan Gannon overseeing defensive improvements, bolstering the offense could be the key to returning to playoff relevance. Despite all the speculation, it's important to remember that as of now, Pickens remains a Steeler. Pittsburgh is not actively shopping him in the sense of offering him to the highest bidder, but rather maintaining an open-door policy for the right offer. That distinction matters. It suggests that while the Steelers are willing to listen, they won't move Pickens unless the return meets a specific threshold, likely a high second-round pick or better, along with perhaps an additional pick or future considerations. If no team meets that asking price, Pittsburgh will likely proceed with Pickens as a central piece of their 2025 offense. And despite the frustrations of the past season, there's still considerable optimism about what Pickens can become if paired with competent quarterback play and a stable offensive system. His ceiling remains among the highest of any young receiver in football. Still, the writing is on the wall that changes could be coming. Whether it's tonight, tomorrow, or sometime later this offseason, the Steelers are carefully weighing every option. They recognize that trading Pickens now, while painful, could yield the resources necessary to fully address the quarterback position, reinforce the secondary, or further bolster the offensive line, moves that could pay bigger dividends in the long run. It's a difficult balancing act for a franchise that prides itself on loyalty, stability, and homegrown talent. But as Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin navigate this pivotal draft weekend, they understand that building a sustainable winner sometimes requires making the hard choices. For George Pickens, it means his future hangs in the balance, dependent not just on his undeniable talent, but on the ever-shifting calculus of roster building in the modern NFL. Whether he stays in Pittsburgh or finds a new home elsewhere, one thing is certain: George Pickens will be one of the most talked about names as the 2025 NFL Draft continues to unfold. And whatever happens next, it will send ripples across the league for years to come.